Hi there and welcome to our Intro to Essential Oils class. My name is Andy Boswell and together with my wife Sue, we have been with our chosen company, our partnered company if you like, doTERRA, for around about 2.5 years. We've been in our industry for 25 years, but just a relatively short period of time with doTERRA. We've learnt a lot in that time, and over the next 50 minutes or so, really looking forward to sharing much of that with you. Now, primarily we're going to be talking about the oils. However, we do know that some people do join us to find out a little bit more about our optional business opportunity. And if that's you, we do touch on that, but we mainly are going to be talking about our products today. Now, the most important thing, I guess, is we want you to sit back, enjoy the presentation. However, we know that some people are interested in getting hold of some of our products once they've heard about how fantastic they are. And towards the end of the presentation, we will show you how you can get hold of some of these oils at the best possible price, certainly cheaper than you'll find anywhere advertised on internet selling sites and things like that. So please do bear with us for that. But it should be stated, there's never any obligation to purchase anything from us. We just want you to sit back and enjoy the presentation, and hopefully you certainly can find that beneficial. So without further ado, let's move on to the first slide. So a good place to start is by talking about the company that we're partnered with, doTERRA. As it says here, we're the world leader in the sourcing, testing, manufacturing and distribution of CPTG oils. If you don't know what CPTG stands for, don't worry, we'll certainly cover that today. The company, when we joined, were turning over $2 billion per year in global sales and operating in over 120 countries. That, by the time 2020 comes around, is expected to be $3 billion per year. They were established, as we said, back in 2008, and their growth in their first decade was phenomenal. In fact, it outstripped the computer manufacturer Apple's the growth in their first decade, and so much so now that 1 in 4 essential oils that are sold anywhere in the world is actually a doTERRA essential oil. So what are we really about? Well, as it says at the top here, supporting optimal immune system function. What does this actually mean? Well, I guess pharmaceutical companies generally deal with symptoms, meaning that if there's something wrong with you, you go to the doctors, they give you something hopefully that will fix you. But at doTERRA here, we're much more about prevention being better than cure. And that starts off with the immune system. You see, if you look after your immune system, you're much less likely to have other illnesses or ailments that are going to come your way. Now, I would love to tell you that 1 single drop of essential oil will cure all of your ills, but I guess that would be a little naive. And it's about looking after the whole of you, of course. Now, this is what we call the doTERRA Wellness Lifestyle Pyramid. And at the bottom, you can see here, probably the first couple of things I don't think we need to spend too much time in the 21st century going through, about eating the right things and getting a certain amount of exercise on a daily basis. I think most of us realise that that's important, but particularly this is all important to looking after your immune system. The next two, though, I have to be honest with you and say I was less aware of how important these things were. And that's resting and managing stress. I used to try and get by before we joined doTERRA on maybe 4 to 5 hours worth of sleep each night. I was wondering why I was always coming down with illnesses and minor ailments. And it's certainly the time that when we rest that our bodies heal themselves. So it's important to get a good quality amount of sleep on a daily basis. In fact, I read in a book just recently that stated that if you don't get between 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep each night, your immune system goes into crash. Now, I know that's easier for some people than it is for others, certainly if you've got young children. But what many people do is they reach for the sleeping pill, the toxic option first, when there are so many natural options that you can take. And some of those we'll be talking about in this presentation. And also reducing toxic load. What do we mean by this? Well, I read just recently that every human being in the Western world has at least 200 chemicals on or in their body at any one time, and that even includes newborn children as well. Now, there's so many things that our bodies are being exposed to. If you are a lady, it could be the makeup that you put on. There's so many chemicals in there. It can be the body wash you may use. It can be soap. So it can be not so much the obvious things such as nicotine, alcohol and caffeine. They can all be reduced, of course. That's a good idea. But it's the less obvious things. Are you actually aware that the deodorant that we put under our arms each day, whether you rub it on or spray it on, has an ingredient that's called aluminium chlorohydrate? Now, aluminium chlorohydrate is linked to many serious illnesses and potential diseases as well. So you can go and do your own research on this. So we're not here to scare you. We're here just to give you the information, can talk to you about obviously toxic load, and so you can make your own informed self-care choices and be proactive moving forward with your healthcare. So what are essential oils exactly? Well, we would like to think of them as nature's pharmacy, and I think that's a pretty good description. We've been using, in recorded history, essential oils for at least 5,000 years, probably longer. But modern medicine, what we're used to today, we've only been using for around about 100 years. But isn't it funny that people call what we have here as alternative? Now, the difference is today is that we understand the science behind these oils, so we really know how to use them properly. Now, essential oils are found in the plant material taken from the roots, stems and the bark and the leaves. They help to form the plant's own immunity and defense against things like microbes, bacteria, fungus, insects and disease, as well as being the fluid that regenerates and heals the plant. And you might be thinking, well, that's great, but what's that got to do with us? Well, you see, our bodies are made of similar building blocks as plants. We share a lot of the same DNA. So when we use the oils, they go to work in our bodies in the same way as they would for the plant. Not only that, they're extremely fast acting. Essential oils can enter into our bloodstream in just 30 seconds and can start to affect all of the cells in our body within 20 minutes. So why are essential oils so effective? And it's when I saw this example in the bottom right hand corner that I fully started to understand. You see, normal medication, antibiotics, are great at dealing with the bacteria in our system, but they're not very good. In fact, they're useless at dealing with viruses. And the reason for this is that normal medication cannot penetrate the outer membrane of our cells. And it's within our cells that the virus actually lives and breathes. Now, essential oils have got what we call lipophilic properties, meaning that they can penetrate that outer membrane and start to work on the virus straight away. And not only that, they're also brilliant at dealing with the bacteria in our blood as well. Now, prescription drugs and antibiotics simply cannot do this, which means essential oils are a brilliant natural alternative without the side effects of synthetic drugs. Now, doTERRA are very much a company of science. David Sterling, who's our CEO and he's one of the founders of doTERRA, when he started the company, he put us very much in the scientific field. And as you can see here, doTERRA employ more than 30 scientists whose main job is to guarantee the purity and the potency to an exceptionally high level. In fact, we're proud to say that we know that doTERRA have the most tested, trusted essential oils anywhere in the world. In fact, the top 1% of oils that are currently available. Now, that's a bold statement to make, and I'm sure you'd like me to back that up. Now, you see, the industry that we work within, essential oils and also the vitamin industry as well, is totally unregulated worldwide. Now, we wish that wasn't the case, but that is the truth. And because of that, many companies can make wild claims about their products, sometimes untrue claims about their products, but unfortunately nobody is there to regulate them, to hold them to task. Now, because of this, we brought in our CPTG standard that I mentioned a little while ago. What this actually stands for is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. It means that at least all of our oils go through at least 60 scientific tests, 8 of them independently verified by a company called APRC to ensure of 100% purity in all of our products. Now, Dr. Robert Pappas, you can see in the bottom left-hand corner here, he's the President Technical Director of the Essential Oil University in the United States. So if you like, he's the go-to guy in the world for essential oils. And he says that doTERRA is the leading company in the world right now. No one else goes to the lengths that doTERRA does to ensure that this purity of the grade. Now, this is particularly important because this is a very important slide that I'm going to share with you here. And as it says at the top, not all oils are created equally. As we've already stated, we have a world-class product here, top 1% in the world, guaranteed free from artificial ingredients, fillers and pesticides. This particular part here talks about the type of oils that are available in the world, and you will see that the vast majority of oils are what we call a synthetic grade or a fragrance grade, meaning that it either has a very tiny amount of the original oil in there and the rest is just fillers and synthetics, or in many cases 0%. It's actually created in a laboratory to smell of maybe lavender or patchouli or whatever oil it's looking to mimic. Now, the next grade is what we call food grade. And many people don't realize that we do actually ingest, many of us do anyway in our diets, essential oils. These are a very small quantity, but food companies put them in our food, often for taste purposes, to make them taste good. But they've got zero therapeutic qualities. They are just there for taste, which is absolutely fine. Now, the next grade is therapeutic grade. Now, this is kind of the area that doTERRA play within that will have a beneficial effect on your health. However, this is where this wide variety comes in. Now, there was a recent test done by the company I mentioned a few minutes ago, APRC, which stands for the Aromatic Plant Research Center, where they went to 50 companies, they just picked them at random and tested their oils. Now, they never told them that they were going to do this, but 47 of them came back as adulterated, meaning they had some, or in many cases up to 80% of the oil was actually adulterated with fillers and different ingredients in there. Only 3 were pure. One of those, you won't be surprised to hear, was doTERRA. The other one was a small company which has still since gone bust. And the third company was a boutique type company that sells oils that are twice the price generally that doTERRA does. So you can see why we're so well positioned in the marketplace. Now, this next fact, when I heard this, was quite scary to me at the time, that according to government standards, an essential oil can be labelled as pure or even 100% pure and still legally contain up to 92% of fillers and synthetics. Isn't that scary that only 8% needs to be pure and they can call it 100% pure on the bottle? So many oils that are found in the marketplace, including health food stores and particularly online, are of a much, much lower quality. So because of all of that, we have 3 methods of use that we can currently recommend to you. And this is just with oils, all 3 of these that have the CPTG mark on them, of course. Now, the first way is the way that you probably know, which is aromatic use. Aromatic use simply means either by breathing it in from the bottle, maybe putting a few drops in your hand and cupping your hands and breathing it in that way, or ever popular now are diffusers, which you can see pictured in the top right hand corner. Now, this is where you would fill it to a level with water, add a few drops of oil, flick the button, and it uses ultrasonic waves to create a mist or a vapor in the air, and it's a great way of taking it in aromatically. Now, please bear in mind, this is a chemical process that goes on. It's not just because it smells nice, even though they do. When you breathe in the oils, the chemical constituents within the molecules, when you breathe that in, it hits your olfactory nerves, which sends off a message to the limbic system in your brain. And the limbic system is the part of your brain that deals with feelings and emotions. So it's very much a process that's going on. Secondly, you can apply the oils topically. And when we say topically, we mean applying it to your skin. Now, the vast majority of our oils are absolutely fine to put onto your skin. However, certainly when dealing with the very young children or the elderly, we would normally recommend some dilution with a fractionated coconut oil or an almond oil where they may have a little bit of skin sensitivity, where their skin's maybe a lot thinner. Now, depending on where you're trying to get the benefit, there'll be different instructions of where you would apply it to your skin. But if you're just trying to get the oils into your body, as you can see pictured here, a great place is to start is on the bottom of your feet. And the reason for this is that you've got more pores on the bottom of your feet than you've got anywhere else on the rest of your body. So you'll absorb them so much quicker. Not only that, it also then rises throughout your body as well. So it reaches every single point. And thirdly, and this is certainly where we differ from most companies, because of the testing that we do and we know that the purity is there, up to 39 of our oils can be used safely internally. And this can be a great way to take the oils, particularly if you maybe have a digestive issue as well. So what we're really all about is offering you a natural healthcare alternative that is safe for all of the family. As you can see here, they can be used to improve your health, lift mood or calm emotions, in many cases help with weight loss, certainly aiding digestion, we'll talk more about that, and also supporting joint and cartilage function too, as well as relieving neck and head tension, plus lots more. We really do have a phrase in doTERRA that says, whatever you are suffering from, don't worry, we have an oil for that. And we really do. Here in Europe, we have over 200 different doTERRA products, over 100 single oils and blends. But today what we're going to talk to you about is our core 10 oils. And these are, if you like, what we dub as your alternative medicine cabinet. So let's start by talking about the first three, which you've probably heard of, but unless you've used a doTERRA grade essential oil, you probably won't appreciate how good it can be. Now, the first one of these is peppermint essential oil. Now, peppermint is a really versatile oil, good for so many things. Certainly, if you maybe suffer from lack of energy, maybe first thing in the morning or that time in the afternoon when you're going through a bit of a slump, peppermint is fantastic for that. Rub it on your temple areas, back of your neck, or even just breathe it in. It really is a great fatigue fighter. Also, really useful to relieve feelings of head and neck tension. A friend of mine called Pete was suffering badly from head and neck tension for years. In fact, he used to take a drug called cocodamol for that, which he'd since stopped because he realized he was taking a very high dose. And a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, sent him a sample of peppermint, and he applied it again to his temples, the back of his neck, and within a very short period of time, he wasn't needing anything extra to help these feelings of head and neck tension that he had previously. Also, it's great for the healthy respiratory function. It really helps open up your airways and for clear breathing. As you would expect, it's brilliant for freshening breath. And also it's brilliant to take internally if you have any stomach upset. You may well have heard that essential oil can be taken, or not essential oil, but peppermint is really good in peppermint tea. But just to give you an idea of the purity and the concentration, just one drop of doTERRA's peppermint oil is the equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. Our oils are very, very potent. So really good to relieve stomach upset, bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion as well. Now, the next oil is lavender. Lavender is, as it says here, is widely used for its calming and relaxing qualities. Now, I'd smelt lavender before, I'm sure most people have, but I didn't realize how good it could be. Now, I have to tell you, I was suffering a little bit with feelings of stress and anxiety when I joined doTERRA, mainly through some problems in our previous company. And I was often getting this knotted feeling in my stomach and tension around my neck area as well. And a friend suggested just to put one single drop of lavender into the palm of my hand, rub my hands together, and he said, just take a minute out of the day, sit back in a chair quietly and just inhale and exhale the lavender. which I did. And I've got to tell you, I could not believe how effective it was. I thought, is this stuff legal? I was so chilled out within 30 seconds to a minute. And as it says here, if you prefer to use it with in bath water, if you have a bath, it can really help soak away stress. Just apply it to your temples and the back of your neck. Just get it around you. Now, as I mentioned at the start about sleep, and people often go for the toxic option, I would suggest to most people this would be the first oil to try if you have any problems with sleep. We've given so many samples to people over the last few years who've come back and said, I've had the best night's sleep that I've had for years. So add a few drops to lavender, to pillows, beddings, bottoms for your feet, to really prepare for a restful night's sleep. Can even be taken internally if you wish. Also, it's great for occasional skin irritations, for scrapes, bites. I even burnt myself stupidly on a kettle the other day. I put my hand in the jet, in the steam jet, and it came up, of course, red. But I put a drop of lavender on it, and there was virtually no pain straight away, which was very unusual. And it really seems to help with the healing process too. And as it says here, it can even reduce anxious feelings, even when the ability to smell aromas has been lost. Some people have that issue, and of course, it's just a reminder, it's not because it just smells nice, it's a chemical process that's going on. So that is lavender. Now, the next one is lemon essential oil, and this is such a versatile oil. I've got to tell you, I misunderstood it. When I first started with doTERRA, I thought it was extracted from the juice. Has nothing to do with the juice. We do it in a very sustainable way. We send the juice off to the juicing factories for food and drinks and things like that. The part that we want to use comes from the zest or the skin of the lemon. And like I said, very versatile. And one of the things that I was very surprised was how good it was at cleaning around the house. Again, a friend said, throw away your toxic cleaners, get a spray bottle, just put a few drops of lemon in there and top it up with water and replace your household cleaner. I was, got to be honest, a little doubtful. But I have to tell you, in my opinion, it works as well, if not better, than the toxic cleaners that I used to use. Now, there's an added benefit to this as well as being a great cleaner. It also stops cross-contamination in your kitchen. Many people don't think about this. They spray their chemical cleaners around their kitchen and maybe they just wipe it down. You should really wash it down, because otherwise, if you don't, you're likely to get chemicals in contact with your food. This, of course, reduces that problem or completely eliminates that problem. Also, it's a great sticky stuff remover. Wooden furniture polish is absolutely brilliant. Also great for leather furniture, leather surfaces. Also, it's brilliant to diffuse in the room. Really helps create a positive mood and helps with cognitive ability. So if you're studying or you've got children that are doing homework or if you're doing any work at home, it really can help with concentration there. Also, it's a natural cleanser for the body. It acts like a detox, if you like, and also really looks after the gut area. Such an important area to look after is the GI tract. Most serious illnesses start in this area. So make sure that you're being preventative, as we said at the start, prevention being better than cure. This is why both me and my wife take a single drop of lemon in a small glass of water every single day, because of the health benefits, certainly for the gut area as well. Now, the next one is Melaleuca. You may also know Melaleuca by its more common name, which is tea tree oil. You may have products at home or seen them on the high street that have tea tree oil in them. Now, in truth, we would often refer to this as fairy dust, meaning that it sounds great on the outside of the packet or the outside of the bottle, but in truth, the quantity is so small and the quality is not very good to really make that much difference. But it is true that it is with the skin and also with the hair that Melaleuca is most commonly known to be good for. Now, if you've got hair, unlike myself, I'm reliably informed, adding a few drops to shampoo and lathering it into your hair keeps it looking thick, clean and healthy. I'll take them on trust for that. My hair went way before we joined doTERRA. But also it is good for the complexion. Maybe if you suffer from spots and things like that, often if you've got teenagers around your house, they'll love you for this, because many of the high street products that deal with that particular area often have a lot of chemicals, very heavily chemically laden, where this is completely natural, of course. Also, this is brilliant to help support your immune function and also seasonal threats as well. Now, Melaleuca is particularly good when used in conjunction with this next oil, which is oregano. Now, most people know of oregano as being a cooking spice or a herb, but people are totally unaware that oregano also acts as a very powerful cleansing agent and can offer powerful antioxidants, so it extends its use way beyond the kitchen. Now, you can dilute oregano, maybe with a fractionated coconut oil, and get some benefits, maybe if you've got skin tags, verrucas, or warts. In fact, a friend of mine just recently showed me a wart that she'd been treating with oregano after about 2 weeks. And she said it's virtually gone. And she said, I've had this wart here for around 15 years, and nothing has been as beneficial as the oregano. Oregano also supports healthy digestion, respiratory and liver function, and can be taken internally safely for this. Now, you can put it maybe in a veggie capsule, dilute it in water, or if you prefer, like me, and you love oregano in your food, why not just put it into your spaghetti sauces or whatever you put it into? But please bear in mind, you don't need very much. As it says at the bottom here, it's 70 times more powerful than herbs. So where you would use several spoonfuls maybe of oregano in your normal food dishes, just put a drop maybe at the end of a cocktail stick. 1 or 2 drops is all you would actually need. Now, this next oil is one that's called frankincense. You've probably heard of frankincense before, maybe through biblical references, and it's even got the nickname of being the king of oils, and we would certainly concur with that. We have a phrase in doTERRA that says, if in doubt, use frankincense, because it has so many health benefits, whether you use it aromatically, topically, or internally. It's really a fantastic one to help with supporting your immune system, and it's even got beautification properties as well. It can be used to rejuvenate skin and help reduce the appearance of imperfections on your skin and fine lines as well. Now, I would say frankincense really moves from the realms of being an essential oil to being one of a precious oil. And this is because we farm this, or we harvest this if you like, in Oman in the Middle East, where nothing else grows apart from this boswellia tree, and we lovingly take it from the boswellia tree and really look after the people who harvest it for us. Now, one single bottle of frankincense of this quality in the UK would retail at around £76. However, please beware, we don't have, you wouldn't have to pay anything near that by coming on a class like this today, as we have many wholesale offers to reduce that down to much less than that. Now, how can it be used? Well, it can certainly be used to promote feelings of relaxation and balance in mood. And also, probably the most important thing, and it certainly created a lot of information or a lot of interest in the media about how it promotes good cellular health. And it can be consumed daily for these internal benefits. It's why both me and my wife Sue always take a drop of frankincense every day. Now, we're not on here making wild claims. That's got to be said. But you can see screenshots here. This is all available on the internet of well-known organisations such as the NHS here in the UK, or the BBC, or Medical News Today, asking questions, can frankincense really fight cancer? This was based on mainly a study that was done in 2015, and you can find this online on a website called PubMed, where they had normal human cells in a test tray, and they also put in their ovarian cancer cells as well. They added 1 single drop of this grade of frankincense to it, and they were amazed to see that it completely left and didn't touch the healthy human cells. But the ovarian cancer cells, it destroyed every single one of them. So of course, well, like I said, we're not making big claims. Research goes on on this, but it's why, like I said, we always take a single drop every single day to promote good cellular health, of course. So that is frankincense. Now the next oil, in fact, this isn't a single oil. This is a blend of oils. We've been through 6 single oils. Now I'm going to speak to you about 4 blends. So these are bottles with more than one oil in them. And as you can see here, this one's got cinnamon, clove bud, wild orange, rosemary and eucalyptus. And this makes up On Guard, our protective blend, a really powerful blend that protects against environmental threats. Particularly, it's good if you maybe suffer from a low immune function. This one will really support it. Also, if you add this to the water we were talking about earlier, or add it to the lemon for a cleaner around your house, this now makes it antibacterial too. Now, we use On Guard and we're not making silly claims of never being ill or anything like that, but we certainly have found that we're ill a lot less than we ever used to be, and that experience is shared by many people that we've shared this particular oil with because of how well it supports your immune system. We would recommend putting this on if you've got children. Now, schools are great places, but they can be a breeding ground, can't they, for germs and flus and bugs and things like that. Give them an extra layer of protection. Protect their immune system by applying it to the bottom of their feet before they go to school to support their immune system. Also, it's a great one to diffuse in your home, even though it's not all about the smells, of course. This one really does smell like Christmas in a bottle. Now, independent studies have been carried out on this particular blend of oils, and it was found that this particular blend killed MRSA and E. coli within 30 seconds of contact, which amazed me at the time. And it does ask the question, why don't people allow this to be used in hospitals? And I guess the pharmaceutical companies are all powerful, so it's getting, past the front door. But again, this information is out there in the marketplace. You can go and find it online. So we invite you to do your own research on this area, of course. Now, the next blend is one that's called Air. And as the name implies, it's really beneficial to anybody who has any breathing conditions. It's really good at opening up the airways to help for easy breathing. It's a fantastic one to diffuse at bedtime to promote a restful night's sleep. And also that all the products are completely natural, as you can see here. Now, some companies, as we said, we work in an unregulated industry, claim to have all natural products, but when you look on the back of it, particularly one company beginning with the letter V, it states on one of their products that it has petroleum and turpentine oil in them. And I'm not sure that's something I want to be breathing in on a regular basis. Now, also, it's a great idea that if you're going to do maybe a hike, run or workout, to actually use this beforehand so you open up your airways so you have a much better workout as well. Now, this next blend is called Deep Blue. This is one not to be taken internally, but boy, is it beneficial. Really good at soothing and helps relaxing muscles with any body pain as well. And anybody who has a joint condition, we would normally recommend this one as your first stop. Brilliant to use on back muscles, lower back muscles, if you do a lot of maybe manual work or a day of heavy lifting, either rub it on there, or even better, get maybe somebody to do it for you, of course. But even if you don't do manual work, if you do a lot of long work in an office, still you're going to get aches and pains so maybe you rub it on your fingers, wrists, shoulders and neck at the end of the day. So certainly use it on sore muscles and joints after a workout, or use it beforehand to be proactive. There's a gentleman in our team called Colin who about a year ago was training for the London Marathon, and he was getting these leg cramps. And he heard me talk about this at that time, and he then decided to put on Deep Blue before he went for a run. And guess what? He didn't get the leg cramps. So as we say, prevention is better than cure. And Deep Blue products are also registered on what's called the Cologne list. This is a list of products that are approved safe for athletes, because of course they have to be very careful not to use chemically enhanced products, because it can actually make a difference with performance as well. And as you can see here, all 100% natural essential oils. And our final blend is one that's called Zengest, and Zengest is our digestive blend. This is a wonderful companion to take with you, particularly if you travel and you're trying different food. Really helps to soothe occasional stomach discomfort, stomach upset, diarrhea, constipation, etc. And you might be looking at this thinking, that sounds a little bit similar to what I was talking about earlier with peppermint oil. And yes, as you can see below, it has got peppermint in it, but where peppermint's a great all-round oil for so many things, this just focuses in on the digestive tract. So we can put more products in to help with that, such as ginger, aniseed, caraway, coriander, tarragon, and fennel. And my wife as well, you know, she uses this a lot. It's certainly her favorite one. So really can help with reducing bloating, gas, occasional indigestion when used internally. But if you prefer not to use it internally, you can use it topically, maybe with a fractionated coconut oil for a soothing abdominal massage too. Now, all of our oils are very cost effective and versatile. I've been probably through maybe 30 or 40 conditions that I've spoken to you about there. However, you may need 30 or 40 different items from the pharmacist if you wanted to deal with all of those, where these 10 core oils will actually deal with all of them as well, so saving you a lot of money. And particularly when you bear in mind that a 15 ml bottle has normally between 240 to 260 drops, and you only need 1 or 2 drops at a time, and they don't need to be reapplied. Now, you can see a cost comparison here in the middle by maybe using a product like Gaviscon that you can get from the high street. Now, the average price per serving of that is 58 pence, where Zengest is obviously completely natural without any chemicals, but that will only cost you around 10p a drop, so 10 to 20 pence. And as well as that, in my experience, I personally find it works so much better as well. Just before we leave the products, just need to spend a minute telling you about our Lifelong Vitality Pack. This is known as to be the Rolls-Royce of dietary supplements that you can take along with your breakfast, lunchtime meal and evening dinner. Where the essential oils will help many things when you add it individually, this deals with the whole of your system. And you can see here the primary benefits on the right hand side here of what it actually helps with. In fact, it has the equivalent of 12 servings of fruit and vegetables per day. That would be impossible for most people to fit into their diet, of course. Now, I haven't got too much time on this presentation to spend going into this, but if you do want to do a bit of extra research, if you go to YouTube and enter in there Dr. Axe, that's A-X-E, and follow that with either Lifelong Vitality or LLV. He has a great 6-minute video there that explains much more about it. He's an independent doctor, not associated with doTERRA at all. We didn't pay him to do the video, but boy, does it make a big difference. So that's our Lifelong Vitality Pack. Also comes with a full 30-day empty bottle money back guarantee as well. But do speak to the person that showed you this presentation if you want more details on that, of course. So in summary, up until this point, we've spoken about the company and how it's only been going for a relatively short period of time, but has had massive success and massive growth in that time, of course. We've spoken about the immune system, how it's so important to look after the immune system and prevention being better than cure. We've spoken about what are essential oils, how they're extremely fast acting and how they can make a big difference to you. We've also spoken about the purity of the grade, our CPTG standard that we hold so dear, and also our top 10 core oils, or if you like, your alternative medicine cabinet that we've just gone through. Many of these can fit into your daily wellness routine as well. And also, if you are interested in either being maybe a product consultant with us, or you wish to purchase our products on a wholesale basis, we also offer what we call a wellness consultation that goes through your specific health concerns as well. Now, we're really proud to work alongside doTERRA because we're very much a customer-focused organisation. We're not just interested in selling you essential oils and never seeing you again. We've got ongoing support with Facebook support groups with thousands of people who've got a lot of experience with essential oils that you can tap into. You can watch ongoing classes on programs such as this, like Zoom, which go more into advanced details about essential oils. We can even show you how you can get your oils for free, and we'll talk more about that in a minute or two. And there's also one-on-one calls or one-to-one calls with the person that introduced you to doTERRA. They'll be there to guide you along the way as well. But you know, you don't have to be an expert nowadays to use our essential oils. There is information nowadays that's readily available. Maybe you prefer to use a book. The Modern Essential Guide is very affordable, around £20. Or if you prefer, I know I certainly do, a phone app such as the Modern Essentials Plus. These only cost £3 or £4, but if you want to use the oils and you're not sure what to do, it will tell you, you can put in any particular ailment, it will tell you what oils to use and how to apply them and give you all the information that you need. So which one of these would you say you are? And most people tend to fall into one of these three categories. Would you say that you're interested in being a user? And I guess most people at this stage probably are interested in using the oils and getting them on themselves and their families to find out the real benefits that they can get from these particular products. Perhaps you might be interested in being a user sharer. Many people that start by using, once they start to find the power of these oils, get a lot more enthusiastic and want to share it with maybe friends, family, neighbours, maybe people in your local area, very much on a spare time, part-time basis. But by doing that, every time anybody places an order directly with doTERRA for any products, you can pick up on a commission. And if you do that, this can cover the cost of your own oils, so in effect you get those for free, and often give you a surplus left over to spend as you wish on yourself and your family. Now, some people, once they get into that, also upgrade to become what we call a user builder. So they realize that they can earn a great part-time income, or if they choose to, even change, maybe upgrade to a primary income as well. Now, I did mention earlier on that we will spend a few minutes just touching on this optional side, where if you choose to, you can earn an additional income. On this as well, we have exceptional team support. We have Facebook support groups, access to our team resource site with a step-by-step guide to building your business, as well as one-on-one support in sharing our oils, three-way calling, weekly team online trainings, as well as one-to-one personal coaching and help with strategic planning and lots of inspiration to help you achieve your personal goals. We really won't let you fail. We do work together very much as a team. This slide will give you an idea of the sort of incomes that can be available if you're prepared to obviously put some time and work into it. However, the most important part on this particular slide is the part in the middle that says 68% global retention. I shall explain this to you and what it means. In our industry with other health and wellness companies, the average what they call global retention is about 10 to 13%. And this refers to people after they purchase their first products from the company, how many people come back at least once and purchase again. Now, with doTERRA, 68% global retention actually refers to anybody that's ever purchased any products from us at all in the past since we started in 2008, right up to the present day. 68% of people who've ever purchased from us come back and purchase again at least once every single quarter. Now, that's fantastic news. If you're looking at maybe running the business side with this, that means you have a ever supply of returning customers. But even if you're not looking at the business side, you're just interested as a customer, that surely would give you peace of mind that why would all these people come back if these products were not as brilliant as what we were saying about them. If you do want more interest in our business, you can see there's an address at the bottom of the page, which is globallifestylesgroup.com if you wish to find out more information on this side. So whatever way you'd like to get involved, you need to start with the first step. And the first step is getting hold of some products. Now, there are three ways that you can do that with doTERRA. The first being retail. And retail, I guess, is the same way as you buy anything else online. You go to a recommended website, purchase the product, pay the carriage and get it delivered to you. And that's absolutely fine. And that's great if you just want one bottle of essential oil each year. However, if you want 2 or more bottles of essential oil on a yearly basis, we don't recommend that. The best way to get hold of our products is by wholesale. Now, wholesale works very similar to a company you've probably heard of called Costco. Now, if you're not aware of how Costco works, they have these big out-of-town warehouse affairs where you pay a small yearly fee, but you can get everything at wholesale prices. And you can do a very, very similar scheme with that with doTERRA. By spending just £24 per year, you can get a massive 25% off all of our products. Now, if you wish to purchase 3 products per year or more, the best way to join us is with a starter kit. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that if you get more of anything at one time, you get a much, much better deal. And we have great wholesale value starter kits available as well. Now, just before we go on to talk about those kits, I do need to spend a minute or so with you talking about our loyalty rewards program. As it says here at the top, do you like free products? Well, who doesn't like free products? And doTERRA rewards you if you wish to place regular orders. It works a little like a frequent flyer program or even a store loyalty card. But store loyalty cards only give you around about 1% back. So if you spend £100, you may be lucky to get £1 back you can put off against free products. doTERRA's loyalty rewards scheme is known to be one of the most generous. You can choose different products each month, cancel anytime without penalty, but it starts off at a massive 10%, and over time, as you can see here, goes up to a massive 30%. And that's even more impressive when you bear in mind this is in addition to the 25% off you get by being a wholesale customer. Now, doesn't it make a lot of sense to swap where you shop? Especially when you find out you're getting the equivalent to a 55% maximum discount over time. Now, we don't just sell essential oils, of course. We have children's supplements, body care products, essential skincare, salon essentials, hair care, and lots more. Not only that, you get your own back office ordering page where you can order products at any time that suits you, and you get many more deals available on that page as well. So let's look at the first option. If you just wish to start off small, maybe you're working on a budget and build up over time, perhaps using that loyalty rewards plan that we just spoke about. In addition to the wholesale account, where of course you don't get any oils, why not with your first order add a 3 oil intro kit? This covers the first 3 oils that I discussed with you, peppermint, lavender and lemon, and these are in 5 ml bottles. And we do believe we've got something here for everybody's budget, because you can get that including the wholesale account for just £46 plus carriage, which is an absolutely brilliant price. But that's just one way of getting involved. There are better ways. And one of those better ways is by joining us with the Family Essentials Kit. Now, the Family Essentials Kit is a great little user kit for all of the family, and it doesn't just have those 3 oils. This has all of the core 10 oils that I've discussed with you, including that expensive frankincense. Not only that, this particular kit comes with the doTERRA Essentials book, which is a full colour 126-page embossed document that doesn't just speak about these 10 core oils, it speaks about all of our products and how they can benefit you. Now, this is a great price. To get this, it would be just £113. However, this also, if you join on this kit, it takes away the need for you to join with the £24 wholesale customer membership. That's completely waived, or if you like, included in the price. So that's a brilliant option for you to start with. However, it's not the most popular option that people join doTERRA with. The most popular option is the Home Essentials Kit. Now, the Home Essentials Kit comes with the same doTERRA Essentials book. Also comes with the same 10 core oils, but there's a couple of big differences here. It also comes, as you can see illustrated here, with the doTERRA Petal Diffuser. This normally retails in the UK for around £45. This is included in this kit. Not only that, but all bar the deep blue oil, all of these are 15ml bottles. So you're getting 3 times the amount of oil as you would normally get in the Family Essentials kit. Now, so you're getting the doTERRA book, you're getting the Petal Diffuser, 3 times as much oil, but are nowhere near 3 times the amount of the price. Because obviously the Family Essentials kit are only 5ml, these are all 15ml bar the deep blue, just £239. So just over double, but as we said, 3 times the amount of oil plus the Petal Diffuser. Now that's a massive saving as well of over £140 at normal recommended retail price. This would also be the option we would suggest if you're looking to either build or share as well. Now, some people also wish to get involved with bigger kits, and we have more commercial sized kits as well, such as the Natural Solutions kit here. You can see with a much wider range of products. And also we have people like salon owners or business owners who wish to join us as well. And we have business kits that are designed exactly for that particular purpose. So please get back to the person who introduced you to this presentation if you're interested in a full product listing there, of course. However, for the vast majority of people, we recommend one of these 4 options to help you start your doTERRA journey with us. Firstly, you can join just with the wholesale membership. That's £24, but it gives you a minimum of 25% off all of the retail price of doTERRA's products, and as we've already discussed, that can rise to the equivalent of 55% over time. However, of course, that doesn't come with any oils on your first order. So you could consider adding a 3 oil intro kit to it, which takes your purchase up to just £46 plus carriage. It's a small way of starting, and you can build up at your own pace, potentially using that loyalty rewards program. Thirdly, a better option certainly is the Family Essentials kit, just £113, but it also includes number 1, the wholesale membership in the price. And this gets you our core 10 oils and of course the doTERRA Essentials book. And finally, number 4 here is the Home Essentials kit. This will be the recommended one for the vast majority of people, certainly if it fits into your budget. Again, it includes the wholesale membership, but not only that, you get the Petal Diffuser and all bar the deep blue, 3 times as much oil. So that's it for today, everybody. We hope you got a lot of information from today's presentation. Please do get back to the person that introduced you to this presentation. They'll be more than happy to answer any questions. And if you choose, of course, get you started on your doTERRA journey with us as well. Have a great day, everyone.